everyone, Joy from Sunday Sounds here. Let's take a look at our patch, designed in the style of Upper Room as originally performed by Hillsong Worship. We play this song in its original key of E and at its original tempo of 65.5 BPM. This patch has harp, piano, pads, bass, and some additional arps and bells as you move up the mod wheel. At mod wheel 0, this patch has some harps and some pads. As you move the mod wheel to 25, you'll get piano triggers and a harp art pattern in the low end. The intro, verse 1, and choruses of the song have harp melodies in the right hand, and then verse 2 and the instrumental have piano in the right hand. So at mod wheel 50, there's still the harp part triggered in the low end that's now more present. So that's going to happen from this all the way to this one. Then you can play piano chords in the mid-range from this note to here. Then there's a higher harp available from this one all the way to the top. At mod wheel 100, the sounds are laid out like they are at 50, but just more full with some additional arps. For the intro, you'll have the mod wheel at 0, and you'll be playing some harp chords and melodies. It'll go through this progression just one time. I'll go ahead and play it slowly for you. So right hand will go like this. You'll hear that there's a pad that's in this range here, which is why when I begin, I play this full octave to trigger that note. After that, either right hand is covering a note where the pad is layered or left hand, but just for that very starting note, you'll want to play this octave here so that these line up. Then the second chord. So here's that whole right hand part. Then left hand is doing a bit of an arpeggio. So together, they look like this. Verse 1 is similar to the intro. You'll still have the mod wheel at 0, and you'll be playing similar parts to the intro. You'll go through the progression twice. I'll go ahead and play it slowly with both hands together. So the parts for those first 3 chords are the exact same as the intro. Then it has similar parts for the last 2 chords of this progression. So then here's left hand. So then here's hands together. After the first chorus, there's a turnaround before verse 2. You'll move the mod wheel to 50. And you'll play piano chords in the right, and the left hand will be in octaves with a more present harp part in the low end, so you can hear both parts together. Hands together will sound like this. Right hand has a little bit of a melody in there with the chords. You'll play the same parts in progression for the outro at the end of the song as well, so check out the demo to see how I do that. For verse 2, you'll just play upper left-hand single notes, piano chords in the right. Pay attention for the rhythm of when you do the left-hand single notes. So here's both hands together. For the first chorus, you'll have the mod wheel at 25. You now have piano in the left hand, and as well as an arp, and you'll play octaves on the root notes. And you'll play some harp melodies in the right. I like to play some 2-note chords, but if you'd like to simplify, you could just play the top note. I like to play right hand like this. Okay, so just to slow it down a little bit more. So the first chord I do this. You play that first note along with the bass line. So if you wanted to skip it and just play the bass line for the first beat and then come in here, you could do that too. Okay, then for the second chord, just play these notes. I'm going to play a cluster chord. And this is like the first pattern. Just adding in some harmony notes. And here's the next one. I'll do that one again. And here's the next one. One more time. Same thing here. I like to add a harmony note in below. So here's how it sounds together. Chorus 2 is the same, except this time with the mod wheel up here at 50. I like to simplify and just play that top note melody since there's a more present harp down here in the bass. So here's one time through with that simpler right hand. Here's right hand a little bit more slowly. For the final chorus after the instrumental, you'll keep the mod wheel at 100 and play upper left hand single notes and the chords, and then the harp part from earlier for the second half of the chorus. I do it the same as I did for the second half of chorus 2. Here's both hands together for the final chorus. I just want to point out that you'll want to make sure that as you're moving to that final chord that you'd use this note and not this note. Remember, this whole bottom octave is going to have that moving harp part. So if you want just the pad, you need to make sure your left hand stays up in here. For the instrumental, you'll have the mod wheel at 100. Left hand will play octaves with piano chords in the right, similar to the turnaround, but with a longer progression and additional chords. So here's both hands together. Make sure to check out the demo so that you can see how I transition in between all these different parts of the song. Now just to review the different mod wheel positions, you'll start the song with the mod wheel here at 0, and you'll do your intro in verse 1 here at 0. Then you'll move it up to 25 for that first chorus. After the chorus, as you move into the turnaround in verse 2, you'll have it here at 50. You'll have it here for the chorus that comes after that. And you'll increase it to 100 as you move to the instrumental in your final chorus, or if you want, for that last chorus, you can bring it back down to 50. It's up to you. Now, before I let you go, I wanted to let you know there's a Facebook group called Sunday Sounds Insiders, where you can find sneak peeks, last-minute troubleshooting help, new creative ideas. It would be awesome to see you in there. Until then, I'm Joy with Sunday Sounds. See you next time.